Greater.
A little light today due to the weather, so with our membership, but I'd like to thank our guests, substitutes for coming and visiting. My name is Tom Waggoner, president of the chapter. I'd like to go ahead and introduce our leadership team. Alex, he's out. His kids are out of school today, so he's going to be staying home with the kiddos. Justin, our secretary and treasurer. Our membership committee is Joel, John, and Misty. Our visitor hosts are Danielle and Ruben. Our educational coordinator is Rick, and our mentor coordinator is Abby. We'll go ahead and start circulating the business card binder around. Please feel free to take a card out of there. If you're a member and your card's getting low, please replenish your cards. If you're a guest, or a substitute, and you brought your cards with you, you can go ahead and start circulating those to the right. That'd be great. Joel is going to be our presenter today. He is running a little late this morning, so he'll be here shortly. But our BNI core values are givers gaining, building relationships, lifelong learning, traditions, innovations, positive attitude, accountability, and recognition. So, does anybody, Stephen, pick a core value?
They're also interrelated. But of course, building relationships is something that it ties into accountability and givers gain, and really like the long-term knowing people, knowing what they do, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses. That's, I think, is one of the biggest things about BNI is you learn who can help you and you know, how to help others. So building relationships is always a huge thing for me.
Thank you. Inspector Rick is out this morning. So, does anybody have an educational moment that they'd like to share or had a great experience in regards to networking? Before I call them. Now, I'll go ahead and take this one. I want to talk a little bit about the power of a one-to-one. That's where the business really gets done. Here in our chapter, we meet here once a week, which is great. We see each other's faces. We have accountability. But where the business really happens is outside the meeting, where we meet with each other, get to know each other, build that rapport. And once you have that rapport, you'll be able to start feeling that comfort level and getting to know that person's business, and they get to know about you, and it goes back and forth. So when it's time and something pops up and says, I need a pressure washer, it's a really easy transition and an easy conversation, because you're not only referring a colleague, you're referring a friend or an associate. It's a smooth transition. So meeting outside the meetings is usually the best way to connect with the network. Okay. Let's go here then.
He's got young kids.
So, all right.
I can't believe they canceled school.
I know. So, Ari.
I had to go to school.
Yes.
You are going to be listening to our Ivan Award winner this week.
Okay.
Israel's out. So.
Don't sound so confident.
So you're going to be listening for the best commercial. Sound good?
Yes. If you space out, I'll space something out.
All right. We have one application pending. That's going through membership now, for sure. Now it's time for our 60-second commercials. This is where we educate ourselves, of course, on who we are, what we do, and what a good referral is we're looking for. So we're going to go around and do our members and our substitutes first, and then at the end we'll have an opportunity for our guests to go ahead and do their 60-second commercials to let us know a little bit about who they are and what they do. So we're going to go around and start going with, does Broughton have a sub today? No. Mike.
Good morning.
Morning.
Mike Ogden, Pure Air, Pure Maintenance, from Pure Air, North Carolina. I'm your Pure Air Pro. I don't know if you guys know about Pure or Air.
I think I read it.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it. So, been super crazy busy. Got to take care of some of the other franchises. And so I know some of you, Michael's one that I've been kind of ducking for a little bit, but you know, now that we're back in full swing, I'll be hiring a new guy as well for inspecting. So definitely reach out. A lot of this moisture that's going to hit you guys, you're going to know somebody gets flooded out or their roof gets blown off and they end up standing in a puddle of water. Give me a call. I can get my guys out there with a bunch of fans and humidifiers and you know, if they're friends or family or whatever, just let me know and we'll make sure to get it taken care of. Big run. My computer pros, you got both? No, you don't.
Good morning, BNI.
Good morning.
I wish I could say I'm happy to be here on this rainy Thursday, but I'm happy to see you all. Not happy to be out of the house. But I actually had a very interesting new request. A new request this week. So somebody contacted me that was referred by her cousin, and she was looking for a couples massage session. So two therapists come in, and her partner getting a massage at the same time. And I was like, I kind of need an extra person for that because I'm not two people. And so I actually have found another therapist to partner with me. So I'm able to offer now couples massage. So if you and your partner have a special event that you're wanting to celebrate together and you're both wanting to relax at the same time, we're now able to offer that. So I'm Sade with Touch Therapy Co. Learn to touch and be touched.
Like never before.
Hey, BNI Decatur, I'm Stephen Bentley. When is the only time
Ouch. It wasn't me. It was me.
when is the only time you can tell somebody to go play in traffic?
When you don't like them?
Now, when you're talking about SEO. So either way, I feel like sometimes I should be in the real estate chair for BNI Decatur. With what I do with SEO, with web design, stuff like that, you want to build up as much real estate online as you possibly can, meaning like you should have listings everywhere. Brian does that. You should have your own website where you own the real estate. On that website, then you should answer questions that people have online. And then that's where blogs come into play, and social media as well like that. Real estate, with this, it's not permanent. It doesn't move very quickly. Google doesn't change things that quickly. So when you have that real estate, you own it for a good while. Unless you do something really bad, you hire a crappy company that's not right. Your website. Either way, if you know anybody that has a website they're not happy with, they're not ranking, I'd love to chat with them. I'm Steven, don't let them drive your business.
Smart.
Thanks.
Good morning. Ari Bondi, attorney specializing in estate planning, business law, and litigation. Been talking about my business litigation practice, and a lot of these things end up being, as much war stories as little infomercials, but hopefully they make good stories. The last case I did before the pandemic involved my client who owned a health club, and he hired a manager because he was a full-time CDC employee. Not absentee management, not a good thing either. Anyway, so this guy runs the business into the ground, doesn't pay the IRS, doesn't pay the employees, doesn't pay the suppliers. So my client fires him, fires his manager, and then the manager turns around and sues him in Cobb County for the balance of his contract. A lot of nerve. But he also tried to scam the judge. These people who are scam artists don't realize that you can't really scam the court system like you could an individual. So he ended up getting a lot of trouble. Not jailed, but pretty close to that. Ari Bondi, attorney.
Hey everyone, Seth with Olympic Auto Sales. We're selling quality pre-owned cars, $25,000 or less. I want to remind everyone of the tax incentive for buying an electric vehicle ends in December. So if you're interested, you have 3 months left to save $4,000 on a used electric vehicle. There's plenty in stock. And on a more serious note, with the storm coming, what's that one thing everybody does? They get milk, eggs, bread. They get wiper blades for your car, right? You're driving there, you realize you need wiper blades. If they sell out quick and you can't get wiper blades, don't panic. Just bring your car to me. I'll trade it in.
BNI Decatur. My name is Thad Gilliam. I'm a co-founder of Verso Partners, where we do financial planning and investment management. And this week, I want to talk to you about stock, people who get paid in stock. So if you know somebody who maybe they got the promotion of their lifetime and their new contract is you're getting some salary, but you're also getting some stock. So if you know anybody like that, it could be a great time for them to reach out and talk to a financial planner. There's different ways, different types of stock awards that people can get, and they have different tax treatments. There's a couple unique elections where people can turn stock compensation from ordinary income, i.e. a high rate, to capital gains treatment, a lower rate. So if you know somebody who's like, man, I just got these stock options, so cool, so excited, have them talk to a financial planner. We can help them out. Thad Gilliam with Verso Partners.
Today, tomorrow, together.
Good day, BNI Decatur. I'm Randy Godfrey. I'm the painting see-through house guru. Thank you. And today I'm here to talk about stuff we don't do, but stuff we may be fixing. So, how many of you see massive amounts of graffiti in the area? Right? Driving down all over the place.
A lot of roll tide signs.
A lot of roll tide signs. So,
On that Crown Street.
the sad thing is, now cities are starting to purchase murals of graffiti, right? And back in the old days, taggers would not touch murals. They respected other people's art. Now, the new taggers are absolutely tagging over this art that's being purchased. So your tax dollars are being destroyed by taggers, right? I want you to know we offer a service that, I'm going to keep going. Sorry. We offer a service that will help you eliminate the taggers on top of the taggers. Give me a call. Randy Godfrey, 360.
Assassination.
Morning, everybody. I'm Josh. I'm Honeycomb Plumbing. I wanted to talk about rebate programs with water heaters. It's something that I've been looking at recently. You talked kind of about something similar, but whether you have an electric water heater or a gas water heater with Georgia Power and with then a light gas light, if you're changing out that water heater for something that's they consider more efficient, they give you money back. So if you know somebody, it's a good referral. If you know somebody that has a water heater that's kind of on the older side, you were looking at getting something more efficient, you would get some amount of light money back on that, depending on what kind of water heater.
We're going to come up with a good tagline.
Okay.
Taking honey, I don't want to stinky,
Hey, Steve.
Hey, someone told me to shut up. So I can be saying
Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? It's good to see y'all. Thanks for coming. I'm glad to see you guys. I appreciate the visit. Obviously, we're challenged with Four Covers International. As recently as yesterday, we removed and replaced somebody's stairs. Just the stair treads, not the whole shebang, but just the stair treads. They had rough-looking stairs, and so what we're going to do is, or what we did was, remove the old-looking pine stairs and put oak stair treads on top, and stain those to match the oak carpet floors that are right there adjacent. So we did that. We're also doing a little bit of railing work, and then we're going to put a stair runner, so a carpet runner on top of those stairs. So we do that, and that's for stuff that you should really hire a pro to do. It's stairs. If you want to try to put LVP in your basement and it screws up, that's fine. Don't screw up the stairs. Anyway, at Four Covers International, we love it.
You walk all over us.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Clear Miner State Farm. I'm actually not going to talk about life insurance today, but that's the secret that I hold here. Because we insurance stores are looking at the weather and everything that's going to happen over the next few days and expecting a lot of activity, not so much in what we do in sales, but on the claims and potentially underwriting side. So the reason I'm saying this is because, as a community of business people here, right, we all kind of help each other and manage, frankly, in many respects, the overall cost of insurance that we all end up paying, right? Because insurance is a communal process, right? So the more claims there are, the more that we're all going to pay for it, even if they're not claims on our own homes or cars or whatever it might be, right? So whether Stuart's making sure people aren't falling downstairs and suing for liability, or Joel's making sure that people's roofs aren't caving in when there's a hurricane, I'm just encouraging everybody, because you're going to be asking us in a year why your home insurance is going up so much because everybody's roof got blown off, that you also be proactive in the community, sharing with people what's going to happen to their homeowner insurance if their neighbors aren't thinking about their trees, their stairs, their roof, whatever it might be. Thanks.
Decatur Neighbors. As I've always tell you guys, Decatur Neighbors is a community-based, private community-based publication and digital platform where we help connect our community with one another, as well as connect the community with the local services that are available to them, either here or those services that provide services to the Decatur surrounding community. I'm always looking for folks that we call them expert contributors. Our experts get to provide educational content about their specialty. Currently looking for, well, I get a referral from you right now. We'll be a chiropractor, HVAC company, and interior design. Most folks that are in those areas that we work with. Like McClellan, Decatur Neighbors, we connected. Give it next. Morning, Decatur.
Morning.
My name is Carl, owner operator of Alabama Cleaners, your new favorite commercial and residential cleaning company. What we do best is move out cleans, deep cleans, post-construction cleanup, and apartment turnovers. I am still looking for property owners and property managers who are tired of cleaners and make a mess of things. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to focus on the reasons that people tend to choose a new cleaning service. Namely changes in price, quality, availability, or breaches to professionalism and trust. And I'm talking about the things that we do in those regards to recruit and maintain our clients. If there's anything outside of those four that you think I've overlooked, I would love to hear about your experiences in our commission or after today's meeting. Thank you. I could tell you about it.
Good morning, BNI Decatur. My name is Ivan Ramon. I'm with Horizon Windows and Doors, the window and door seat for the chapter. If you're looking for some windows, for new windows, we're able to purchase the windows for you and install them as well. Same with doors. And with this weather, we can't do anything, but when it dries again on Tuesday, we'll be able to do it. So yeah, if you know anyone that has murky windows or an old door that needs a paint job, but they don't want a paint job, they want to replace it, let me know. Because quality windows and doors are in your
horizon. Morning guys, Justin Reams, my exterior cleaner, your go-to exterior cleaning experts. So soft washing roofs, houses, and then pressure washing all of your flat surfaces. But also decks, well that's flat, but fences, that's the other wood surface that I was thinking of. So, there was somewhere that I was going, but either way, I'm going to be very, very pointed for the next 4 weeks. You guys have heard me talk the last couple of weeks about the big stencil that I have that I'm doing for commercial work. I am pushing that a little bit more towards strategic people and neighborhoods. Oakhurst Porch Fest, which I know you guys have probably heard Aaron talk about, is coming up October 19th. So if you have any customers that you've done business with that you know live in the Oakhurst area and is about to have a ton of foot traffic, please send them my direction. I'd love to clean their driveway for free and just put my logo at the mouth of the driveway. So Justin Reams, my exterior cleaner.
Good morning, everybody. Sal of the Georgia Packing Load, your moving company. And today, inspired with this weather, I want to talk what's happening with your move. And you have it all scheduled, and hurricane is coming or rain, just weather hits. We have two options. One is to reschedule, that most likely not happening because of your closing date. And another one, movers will come in, wrap everything in plastic, so even if we have to walk on rain, we'll be protected until we move in the truck. Remove the plastic, have it all just in blankets protected inside of our trucks. none of your belongings gets left, and it's pretty safe to move. So, as you probably know, we have multiple moves happening today, and we're still able to make sure they're all safe and not getting wet. Thank you again, Saba, Georgia, back to the
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
So my name is Ruben Rodriguez, and I'm the group's commercial real estate broker, and I pretty much handle any nuance or realm of commercial real estate. So that could be depending if you're looking for a space to rent or lease, or if you have a space that you want to lease or maximize your investment, I can help you navigate through the complexities of finding a tenant or marketing it or representing you if you find a spot that you want to lease or sell. So a perfect referral for me is if you or someone you know is looking to expand their operations, relocate to a new location, or invest in income-generating properties, I've got the expertise and resources to assist them every step of the way. So this message has been brought to you by Código Reposado Tequila. What time is it?
Tequila time.
This is a nice one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Danielle Smith with Blue Design Events, setting the mood for all your special events, big or small. So since we have a few ladies in the house today, I'm going to talk to you gentlemen. Yeah. So I'm looking for your nephews, your cousins, your friends who have been dating. Maybe it's been 2 years, 3 years, it's going on a while. You don't know when they're getting married or not. I know you don't talk about those kinds of things. But the best time to propose is the end of the year, the holidays. So I would love just a warm introduction to that friend. I'm not going to try to convince them, but I want to make sure that they have my name when they're ready, because typically it's something that gets planned very last minute. So I would love to make sure that I set the mood. Danielle, with you.
Morning, everyone. I'm your featured presenter, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I do want to thank Jordan for touching on something that very few people realize. If 3/4 of your neighborhood file claims and get new roofs, guess what? Your insurance is going up, whether you like it or not. So keep that in mind.
Good morning, sales team. My name is Tom Morkey. I'm at the Oak Insurance Group. Kind of piggyback on what Jordan saying. Insurance is funny. I mean, everybody puts all their money into this big insurance pool, and then as things are paid out, they tell them to pull out of the pool, what they need. Well, when we have catastrophes like this, the pool's going to get saturated. We currently have a moratorium on property insurance right now, commercial and residential, which means insurance companies aren't going to write anything until the storm passes. So a lot of my carriers are freeze on these things. So it's good to plan ahead if you can. That's where I come in as your agent. So I want to make sure that like something like today, you're well protected. You don't have to worry about it. You can go home and you're good to go. Have more to do with it.
Solid as an oak.
Solid as an oak.
That's right.
Good morning, BNI Decatur.
Good morning.
With Squeegee Squad, we hold the chapter's window, please. So, it's that time of year, so we already know what I'm about to ask, right? Numbers! 90, 16, and then 7. What do we know about those numbers?
The winning lottery.
No, not at all. Nor is it any football sport. I'm not going to make that joke again. 90 days till Christmas. Ooh. 19 days until October 15th, 70 miles per hour. I got proposed, we do have a hurricane coming in. All of those numbers are related to my sideline and holiday lighting. Right now, we're running a discount. Anybody who gets installed by October 15th, 20% off. And all of our commercial grade equipment and products that we use will survive a hurricane up to 70 miles per hour. I got a program we have coming in now. Once again, I'm David Woods with Squeegee Squad, your
neighborhood window cleaner. Israel does have a son.
Insurance reports for 2023 show that 1 in 20 businesses were breached and taken for risk. Thanks to AI and tools like Hacker GPT, the number has increased to be 1 out of 87% of those small businesses are not prepared for a security breach. Would you be willing to bet your entire company on whether or not your new hire doesn't click the wrong link or open the wrong email and call the wrong support number? Along with our top-rated security and IT offerings, we also engage in employee awareness training. One method is by creating special emails designed to deceive employees to better help them identify spam emails. We are an excellent referral for business owners who are expanding and trying to manage their roles safely and responsibly. Regarding Israel versus
Did we miss any other members? Now is going to be time for our guests and substitutes. Go ahead and do your commercial. Please state who you are, what you do, and there's no overlap with anybody else here in the group. You go ahead and ask them what a good referral would be for you. So, start us off.
Good morning, BNI.
Good morning.
My name is Terrence Gresham, and I am the band manager and lead singer for King Hearts Entertainment's King of Hearts Atlanta band. So King of Hearts was actually started back in 2016 up in the New England area, and now we're expanding here into Atlanta. I'm no stranger to Atlanta. I've been here now for 18 years and performing all over the Southeast. And so what we're basically looking to do now is, as we are expanding, we have a core 8-piece band that does all sorts of events, weddings, galas, corporate events, all sorts of special events. And so while we're primarily looking for event planners, coordinators, wedding coordinators, and like also too, if you know anyone that either is getting married, engaged couples, even if you're doing vow renewals, anything of that nature, corporate events, any sorts of things that you're looking to do. Of course, with the holidays coming up, this is a great time to be able to maybe bring in a live band and do all sorts of entertainment. So we're definitely looking to connect with you and engage and see how we can make you a special event the best one that it can be. So thank you very much for your time.
Rock on.
You only back the vocals.
Yeah. Let's do some auditions.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Sade. I'm a brand choreographer. So I've been a professional dancer most of my life, and I combine that, well, the way my brain works is always entertainment-wise, choreography, etc. So I kind of combined the way my brain works with web design. But my most popular service is social media management. So the biggest vanity metric that I have that you guys could possibly relate to is taking an Instagram page from 0 to 120,000 followers in 6 months. And my best referral, I typically work with online coaches, but honestly it's just established business owners. Anybody can be, not anybody can be a coach, but a person who has an established business owner can be a coach. So, thank you.
Hello everyone, Kayla Rainey. My husband's not here today, but he's in my team. We're in Powered Life, so we empower people to live healthier lifestyles. So that includes products and services. We offer one-on-one sessions, so we have health assessments online. That's actually algorithm, as well as questions that we ask, as well as getting numbers that your doctor normally doesn't get, aka visceral fat. And who doesn't know what that is? It's the fat surrounding your organs, and you can only get rid of that by lifestyle and the way we eat. So that's one thing we focus on with our gut health program. And with the holidays coming up, a lot of people like to indulge and eat a lot more than we probably should, and then say, oh, I'll wait till January to start my health goals. Well, we have programs and we have ways that we can help people, even wherever they're at, not feel like they have to get rid of everything, but still live a healthier lifestyle from day to day and change their mindset. So if you know anyone that's looking just to take steps to live a healthier lifestyle, you can reach out to me. Thank you.
Okay, we are going to take a 5-minute break to reload on coffee, and then Joel's going to educate us on his business. So 5 minutes, please. All right, today we have Joel Waggoner. His presentation to us. I always like to ask, tell us something that no one knows about you.
Let's see here. I have a black belt.
We already knew that, Joel.
I've got a brown one.
I attacked you in the parking lot.
We've got a
chase skill.
He was a crazy black belt.
What's that? Or like
I
what?
had you in Taekwondo, which is the martial art that Chuck Norris made famous in the United States. He took it in Korea. the testing for my black belt was about 6.5 hours long, and it ended with me going up against 9 consecutive people, and all I had to do was get them on their back, and I was completely exhausted when I got done.
Awesome.
It was a feat.
I was about to attack you, and now I'm having to say that.
My nickname at Fraser Roofing is actually Sniper, because this is another little known fact about me. I don't shoot guns regularly, but they had this guy's getaway, and we were shooting tannerite. And the first 3 people that got up there were all hunters, and they set it about 300 yards away. And all of them missed. And there may have been some liquid courage that had interfered with their aim. But then an ex-Marine Army medic got up, and he was very accurate, and he missed. And I was like, I'll try it. So I borrowed a guy's World War II German Mauser with open sights, and I hit it first shot, and everybody's like, wait a minute, you know how to ballroom dance, you know how to do this, and you're extremely accurate. You're a sniper, aren't you? I'm like, I can't tell you what I'm saying. All right, I am Joel Waggoner with Fraser Roofing. This is actually an old presentation because we had technical difficulties this morning. Last night around 8 o'clock, I realized that I needed to brush up on my presentation, and I couldn't find it, so I redid it. And then I couldn't get it to Tom. So this is the old one. We're going to click through a lot of slides that are no longer really important. So, well, I shouldn't say no longer important, but anyway. I sell roofs. We're going to do my story, and then we're actually going to skip the Fraser story, and we're going to talk about how I can help you. What I look for, things like that. Alrighty. Do I have any photos here? Alright, there we go. There's my black belt testing results. I have 4 kids. I'm on my 2nd marriage. I married her in 2017. I met her in 2014, and she told me, I say she made the mistake of telling me that whoever she marries next, dance is going to have to be a big deal to him. And so I decided right then that dance was a big deal to me. So I started taking dance lessons, and I got to the point where I wasn't just taking them, but I was also teaching the beginner class. One thing led to another, and here we are in let's see, that's the river over in Chattanooga. Yeah, who said that? You've been there. Yeah, so we're dancing over this old bridge, and some friends of ours snapped that picture. My kids, I actually have 2 kids in college. They're both 18. They're a month apart, and people always ask, "You have twins?" I'm like, "No, because they're a month apart, so obviously they're not twins." We're a blended family. She had a daughter. I had 3 kids. We were both single parents, and now we have 2 college students, which is crazy. I have a 16-year-old who's ready to get his license, and we're not ready for that yet. And I have a 14-year-old that thinks she's 24. So if you ever see us hanging out, that's our dynamic there. I'll skip past these real quick. This is our whole family all together as of last Christmas, I think. Maybe it was the Christmas before. And we had 2 dogs.
Oh.
Sadly, our oldest, if I can get it to, there we go. Batman here, he was having a lot of seizures, a lot of medical problems, and we had to let him go. That was really hard on my wife and my oldest daughter, because that was her dog from when she was like 6 years old. She went through a divorce with this dog, and it was hard. I have been in construction most of my life. I started in construction doing construction mission trips. When I was 16 years old, we went to a camp in North Carolina, and we started building cabins. I actually cut my teeth in roofing there. I was one of the half men, so to speak, that would get on the roofs, and we rolled out all the felt, and we nailed it down and everything like that. So that was kind of where I cut my teeth. I did electrical work from 2000 to about 2012. So 12 years in electrical, both doing commercial and residential. I was a handyman for some of that time while I was in Louisiana for about 4 years. I've done a lot of different things in construction. I've done framing, I've done some trim work, things like that. Here's me putting lights in my own personal kitchen. So that's fun. But we're going to talk about roofs. And more importantly, we're going to talk about what I look for on a roof. I don't think I have any close-up shots of specific damage. All right, let's go back, because we're not going to touch that slide. When I get on a roof, there's 3 things I'm looking for. I'm looking for storm-related damage, I'm looking for just normal wear and tear, and I'm looking for a bad install. So all of the damage that I see on a roof is going to fall in one of those 3 buckets. Storm-related damage is nice for the homeowner because then they can call up their insurance company and go, hey, I've got storm-related damage. I had, I'm going to make up a number. I had 6-inch hail punch a hole through my roof, okay? Which actually has happened, but not in the state of Georgia. It's more Midwest. Or we had high winds and it ripped, 20 shingles off my roof. I come in, I walk them through from beginning all the way to the end of the insurance process, telling them, hey, I'm going to take these pictures, you're going to call your insurance company, the adjuster's going to come out, I'm going to meet the adjuster out here, we're going to walk through and do the same thing that I did today, and then we're going to move on to them buying the roof. It's great. If it's normal wear and tear, I tell the client, hey, you don't have any storm damage, but your roof is really old. Those leaks are there because your shingle is so deteriorated that it's letting water through. I had a client recently. He's an older gentleman. He asked me to get up on his roof, and I did. He had no storm-related damage. No hail, no wind, nothing. He didn't even have a bad install. It was just old. And I told him that, and he said, hey, thank you for being honest. We're ready to move forward with a new roof, and so we're going to be installing that roof in the month of October. The other thing I look for is bad install. Because if your roof is not installed right, it's going to deteriorate a lot faster. And that's not something that the insurance company should be liable for. If you got, we call them chuck in the truck. If you got chuck in the truck to come up and do a repair, and all he did is slap a bunch of tar on there, well, that's a temporary repair. It's not going to be a long-term repair that's going to be lasting you for the next 20 years. So, those are the things I look for on a roof. 90% of the time when I show up at the house, the homeowner in the state of Georgia is already planning on filing a claim. And I have to walk them through the process of, hey, let's take a step back because your insurance company doesn't owe you a roof. They're there for catastrophic events. And let's see how we can get this thing paid for. We offer financing. We accept cash, check. If you want to put it in a big duffel bag and hand it to me, I'll take it. However you want to pay for your roof, I will help you with that process. The other thing that a lot of times homeowners don't realize is just because you have a few damaged shingles doesn't mean you need a brand new roof. I got on a roof recently. It is maybe 3 years old. The installer screwed up around 2 of the pipe boots. They didn't install it right. It's leaking. Because it's about 3 years old, the decking is rotted. So I told him, I said, look, you don't need a brand new roof. You just need these 2 pipe boots repaired. $1,000, you're good. That's not even going to touch your deductible because they had a percentage deductible. And if you want to know more about that, you can talk to Jordan or I, either one. So 90% of the time, I would rather repair a roof than replace the whole roof. You might be going, well, why in the world do you want to repair the whole roof? It is a lot of work to get my crew out there, and there are a whole lot more things that we can uncover in the process of replacing your entire roof if you don't. I mean, if you don't need it, then it would be to just fix it and move on until you actually do need it. So that's basically what I do is I walk people through that process. I want to open it up. I don't know how much time I have left, but I want to open it up for any kind of questions.
Are you really excited about the storm coming in?
Yes and no. Yes, because that typically in the roofing industry, Jordan, you can close your ears, and Tom, you too. Typically that means we have 2 years of work if it's a big enough storm. This particular storm, I really don't think we're going to see tons of damage. I don't think we're going to see large hail big enough to really do any damage. I think the most we're going to see is wind, and I don't think it's going to be high enough to really do damage on an architectural. So if you have a 3-tab, and again I can walk you through the difference between the two. If you have a 3-tab, then you should probably give me a call. Yes.
This new roof additive with Max stuff that I'm seeing advertised everywhere. Yes, no, maybe.
Is it a spray on?
Yep. Yeah.
It's like an oil.
I don't know.
So if I remember correctly, if it's the product I'm thinking of, there's several different products out right now, and it's essentially an essential oil for your roof. On any roof, whether it's shingles, cedar, even metal, can get a coating that will extend the life of the roof. And basically, that's what you're doing. You're putting this oil on there so that it'll stay pliable and not get all stiff, so that when the wind or hail hits it, it doesn't break.
So it's not a gimmick, it's something.
It's not a gimmick. Yeah, I would recommend it. Yeah. I would also recommend getting your roof soft washed. Algae will eat up a roof faster than you even realize. I got on a roof the other day. It's 8 years old. They had tree coverage. Algae had eaten almost all the granules off the back of the back slopes of the house because it was just covered in shade all the time. So it's definitely something you should look into about soft washing. If you have a cedar shake, you should soft wash every probably 7 to 10 years. And I just talked to Justin about soft washing a cedar shake recently, and that definitely needs to be oiled because your cedar wood has to have a certain amount of moisture in it in order to really last. Yes.
Are houses nowadays not even the best roofs?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I said a house is being built nowadays, are they not getting the best roofs?
Correct.
Because it's more like roofs that will last like 20 years.
You're talking about new construction?
Yeah,
absolutely. They're not getting.
Okay.
They're getting the cheapest roof that they can possibly find. So typically, those roofers are going to cut as many corners as they can because they're getting paid by the roof and not by the hour. So if they can pump out 3 roofs in a day, they get big bucks. And so they're not looking for the best materials. They're not looking for the best practices. I mean, new construction is, as Rick has put it, a complete gamble. So you have a question.
One more question. So I've got an attic that maybe that doesn't have the greatest insulation. Do you recommend getting like spray foam insulation in between the joists, right on the roof inside? What do you recommend?
That is a tricky question. If you're going to get spray foam, I recommend that you require, even if you don't have ridge vent, I recommend that you require your spray foam installer to install those baffles that vent the decking all the way up to the ridge. And say, look, I don't care if I have to pay a little extra, I want it to go from the soffit all the way up to the ridge, and then I want you to spray your spray foam out. The advantage of that is you can put any shingle on that roof, any make of shingle, Certainty, Atlas, GAF, Owens Corning, IKO, and they're going to cut, you're not going to interfere with the warranty at all. Only Certainty will warranty a roof that has spray foam on the bottom of the decking directly applied to the deck.
Okay.
So everybody else is perfect.
All right. Thank you so much. Still in mind, it's a one-to-one. Okay, now it's going to be our Vice President's report. Alex is out, so I'll go ahead and fill in. This is our last week, well, I guess till the 1st. So if you haven't put in your thank you for closed business or any referrals you've given, today's the day. Well, I'd like to get it today if possible, but you have till Monday. On Tuesday, we set to 0. So this number here, we've got almost $1 million, 901,000 in thank you for closed business last week.
Our month to date, we've passed 15,000. Last week, we passed $9,000 in the closed business. We've done really well with our continuing education. We had everybody looks like we're inputting our one-to-ones. We're 16 one-to-ones, and for our guests or substitutes, the one-to-ones are those meetings outside of the group where we're meeting with each other. So we've had a lot of interaction with each other. So that's great. And now our
thank you so much, Joel.
Sorry. Thank you so much, Joel, for presenting, and I lost you again. Sorry, David already pointed out how distracted I am today, so I sincerely apologize. Next week, David.
Yes.
Remind us, who are we trying to make sure that we bring for your presentation next week?
Anybody that would be associated with an HOA, commercial property managers, or administrations of any private schools.
Property managers, HOAs, and we'll run all of that. Yeah. Beautiful. The following week, we are actually, because we have change in the regime, Ruben is going to talk with us, and that's going to be, Ruben is our new president as of October. So as we're going out, we do want to thank Tom for his dedicated service over the course of the last 12 months. And on October 10th, Ruben is going to have a message for us as well. So,
oh, I want to say massage. Message?
Doesn't say massage? Yeah, Sade is going to fill in. Save my degrees in math. Words don't do good with me. We have a ton of people that are renewing in October. Some folks have already gone ahead and taken care of that. If you have any questions or concerns about that, please reach out to one on your leadership team. And I believe that's it.
Now's the ICAS portion of the meeting. This is where we see our membership in motion. We go around the room and we say, I've had a good experience, a testimonial with somebody. I passed some business to somebody in the group, something positive in the group. So we're going to go around and Randy, give something.
Oh, man.
You're in the hot seat.
Yeah. So I think there was, Misty was having the barbecue, and then they got canceled. We had planned on not doing the emergency. Not going to do emergency one-on-ones. Thank you, everybody that came for last week. Had a great turnout. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so obviously a lot of great one-to-ones last week. I believe it was Misty, Stewart, Randy, and myself. Yeah, so yeah, thank you for that. And I know I've got a couple of referrals that I believe have come in. We're going to activate on that. And so thank you, buddy. Thank you, everybody, for sending this stuff our way.
Okay, well, I know I've done this like 9 times and he's done it as well, but Joel is like literally on my, if you remember the 90s, on my speed dial. I can't tell you how many clients I have who, if nothing else, at least need some good advice, and Joel's been great at being prompt, ethical, and available at all times.
Tom is now quality for me, Steve, I can say
Didn't have anything yet. Good testimony for this guy. He's answered a bunch of loan questions for me. He's new too, so I'll say hi to him.
Got a one-on-one after the meeting actually with Ivan, and then I had a referral for Tom talking about some insurance stuff. So.
I have a pending referral for David. He's working on possibly doing some money stuff.
U3 is coming to the end, and honestly, I'm happy to be part of this group because I can see our revenues just getting better just from people in here. So thank you, everybody.
I actually have a referral for Ivan, myself, and I actually have a one-on-one tomorrow. And actually, I've thanked him before, but he wasn't here. Josh decided to be my expert contributing plumber for the Decatur community. Is that? I was trying to figure out how to report that because he wasn't in the group. I couldn't figure it out.
I have a one-on-one with Josh after the meeting, one tomorrow with Mike. And I refer myself to Tom because he moved to the Oak Insurance Group, and so he needs to
write your policy.
I don't know what you call it.
I'm going to reevaluate your policy.
So I've got one-to-one coming up with Ruben, one coming up with a session with Lindsay and Jordan. We've got one next week. So that's it.
I had a couple of referrals for art, for HELOC loans. I had a great one-to-one with Carl here, so that he's got a great business, so I'm definitely refer you to him for cleaning.
I had a great one-on-one with Ari and Carl yesterday, and then I had a referral to Hunter.
Got a good referral from Jordan, and I also have now a second deputy close business from Jordan.
I had another one that I keep getting referrals from a referral that I got from Art.
Had a great one-on-one with Carl, and got a testimonial for Tom. Have hated my insurance company for a really long time. Called him up. He said, "Hey, you cover this line of business?" He's like, "Absolutely." Transferred it over to him. Taking care of me, saving me money. Everybody, let Tom rearrange it, get you squared away. So.
Thanks, Ruben. That was a good one-to-one for once. We didn't talk about cars, but yeah, talked about BNI. Good job, Joel. And today's going to be a slow day for me, so if anybody wants to do one-on-one after the meeting, I'll be available.
Testimonial to Tom, and also referred my niece to him for auto insurance. She's had a checker passed, and she needed an expert, and Tom did a great job with her, and also got a referral that I sent to Art. And Art got a cashed out refund for my sister, who's a pain.
Hey, thank you for everyone that's making time for me in the one-on-ones and still making my way to the group. That Steve, I had one-on-one after meeting with my brother in Beard Oil. And I got my first referral from a BNI member outside of this chapter. So I just want to thank her vicariously.
So many numerous gratitude for all the referrals you guys are sending me, keeping me busy, which is really good. And I was also like testimonial to BNI. I've had a lot of former members that've been gone for a couple of years start reaching back out to me, start quoting it. So BNI really works. And then I'd like to thank everybody. It's been a great year being the president. It's going to be nice to pass the torch over to Ruben, but you guys have made my life really easy running this program. So thank you very much. We don't have a BP reality check unless there's a referral that someone sent to somebody that they'd like to talk about.
I sent one to Hunter. He's not here, but it was a Saturday, and my friend, she was kind of freaking out, just lost her insurance and was trying to figure out how to do it. So I didn't know if it was something that Hunter could do, but my point is that Hunter returned her call or text on Saturday and sent her links over the weekend and got her position in the right place. So he definitely responded, so kudos to him.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so I like Danielle. The way she pivoted to a mostly guys-oriented message. But I think the one I like better was David. David gave out a lot of good information in a very quick time, so that was
good. And then, all right, we don't have the wheel of fortune to spin the wheel, so Ivan, pick a number between 1 and 12. 7. 7? Okay. Who's got a July birthday? Anybody? June birthday. David, you're our winner.
It's David's day.
Joel will get you a gift.
A new roof.
A new roof.
Yeah.
No choice.
Do we have any special announcements?
I got a request.
Yes.
If you guys have worked with me in any capacity, if you could give me a Google review. I've got 93 5-star reviews, and I'm desperately searching to get to 100. And so if you could help me, that would be a huge help.
Any other announcements? Upcoming events? All right, we're going to go ahead and excuse our guests and substitutes to come meet with Ruben. He's going to tell you a little bit more about BNI and answer any questions you might have. So I'll go ahead and excuse you now, and I want to thank you for coming. So,
ready for it?
Hope to see you all again soon. Our closing quote of the day: "Business is simply an idea to make other people's lives better." All right. Good job, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. See you next week.
Let's do it.